Welcome back. Well, any of you who've been watching us for a while or read my food articles, you know when it comes to barbecue, that is my passion. And there's a great event coming up this week that I'll be at. You may not see me if you go down there because I'm one of the judges there. But this event, Ribs, Pigs, and Watermelon down at Huntington Beach. Great event last year. We have two ladies that are involved with this. And I'd like to welcome Courtney Lucas and Sarah Dodd. Did I pronounce your name right?
You did.
Okay. All right. And Sarah Dodd. And I first want to tell you folks that they're with American Family Housing. And quite often throughout the country, these barbecue competitions put on by the Kansas City Barbecue Society and the California Barbecue Society, there's a lot of them. But what's really nice is that in some way, most of them benefit a charity. And this is one, Courtney, that in this case, as you were saying, you're an actual charitable organization that is putting on this event as you did last year. Yeah. Let's talk about American Family Housing. And Sarah, you're one of the case managers?
That's right.
So if people haven't heard of this, what exactly do you do?
Well, we basically provide housing to homeless and low-income individuals and families, and so we have a unique housing model where we kind of go through a tiered process, and it starts with short-term, kind of like emergency housing, and then it goes all the way up to affordable. And one of the most unique things about American Family Housing is that we serve almost every demographic of the homeless population. So families, single families, individuals, couples, the chronically homeless, which is a severely underserved population. And then we also have two programs that help people that have a permanent disability with supportive housing. So we have supportive services attached to all of our housing programs that help people overcome their barriers to help them become self-supporting members of society, which is our basic mission, to help people assimilate back into society and become independent.
And Courtney, is this a national organization and you're a chapter, or is it simply here in Orange County?
We're actually based in Southern California, so we have properties in LA County and San Bernardino County as well.
Okay.
But we're not national, just local Southern California.
Oh, it sounds like a great organization, and this is an event that, how long has this been going on now? Is it a couple years?
This is our third year.
Okay. And these type of events really help your organization. And not only that, they're a lot of fun. And this year, as in the last couple of years, it's down there in Huntington Beach. And is it where Brookhurst hits PCH? Is it right about there?
It's Beach and PCH.
Okay, Beach and PCH. And just a great event. How, a few years ago, did you get hooked up with KCBS and the event organizers that do this? We know the Kelly and it's at the McIntoshes, right?
Yes.
That we all know. Us judges know them very well. They're the ones who coordinate the judges and do everything.
Yeah.
Corral us basically for all these events. So how did you get involved with this?
Well, my supervisor actually is the one who came up with the idea, and he was connected with somebody who is a team, and so we more or less partnered with him, and he gave us the ins and outs of how to run the event and told us that we needed to be connected with KCBS, and like you said, Kelly ended up being our rep for our judges, and so we just kind of took it on and went full force with it, and it's been great. It's been a huge event. It grows every year. We have at least 10,000 people over the 3 days that attend it, and you can't ask for a better location down at the beach. So it's great. Yeah,
it is really a great location. One of the things that you folks do there, a lot of these events that they have, the barbecue competitions, you have a lot of teams there. In this case, there's going to be about 50. And we should say that these teams are top-notch. They pay a lot of money to be in these. The average team will spend about $1,200 for one event. That may seem, you may ask why. Well, the type of product that they're putting out is expensive. It's not your supermarket brisket that you get. It's the travel cost. It's these are big, a lot of times very big rigs that they bring in there. But what's really cool is that the public can go in and sample the barbecue, because a lot of times these teams, not every single one of them, but they have barbecue there for you to try, and you buy tickets to sample the barbecue. It helps the teams out. It defrays their costs. It obviously helps the charity as well.
Yeah, it does. That's one of the main ways how we get our fundraising dollars through the event is through our entrance fee. It's $10 for adults and $5 for kids, and that's good all 3 days.
Yeah.
So that's one of the great things. And then as well as the tastings that the public gets to buy, that's how we raise our funds. And it's very unique in the sense that we have teams from Iowa and Missouri and Nevada, so it's not just Southern California. It's different flavors and it's different tastes from all over the country, which makes it a lot more of a fun, exciting event.
Yeah, one of the fun things, Sarah, that they've had, and I had the privilege of judging this, is after the main judging of the teams, you have the kids queue.
Yeah, it's really fun for all the kids to come out and also for the parents to see it. And so we have a lot of different people that have been already signing up for it. So it's just kind of a fun, unique part of the event where everybody can get involved. So it's not just where we have barbecue and beer for the adults, but the kids can come out and too, and it's a great, great time for everybody.
Yeah, and the kids queue, they do burgers and steaks depending on their age group, and of course they're having their parents help them. Sometimes it's other team members that come over and have their kids. And I have to tell you, I judged burgers last year.
Oh, you did?
With a group of, I think there were 6 of us. We were blown away by them. I mean, we were like, wow. These weren't, it wasn't like, okay, these are good for kids. It was like they were just top notch. I mean, burgers that we had, we're going, this should be on the menu at some restaurants. I mean, it's really good. And it's such a fun event, fun for these kids.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to benefit American Family Housing. I want to ask you, maybe someone has a family member that lives here that could use your organization. How would they get in touch with you, Sarah? And what are some of the qualifications? What do you look at?
Well, they would just call our main line, and we have 5 to 6 case managers that would be able to direct them to the right program that would benefit them. And so it kind of depends on what their situation is. And so if they're able to work, or if they have a disability, or if any of the barriers kind of direct them to a specific program, then we identify that immediately over the phone. And then depending on what we have available, we'll either identify a viable resource in the community to help them with, or we bring them in for an interview so that we can house them as soon as possible.
Okay, and do you look around, are there set housing that you have, or you help them where, well, we know you want to live down in South Orange County, you have family members there or something, let's look to see where we can find an apartment or something for you. Do you do that route as well?
We have our own housing units.
We
do lease and we do own our own. However, we do collaborate with the majority of other shelters in Orange County and other communities, so we know, we go to enough meetings so we know where there are actual openings, so we can direct them to that right spot where they would fit. And it actually works out pretty well to help the majority of people that call in needing shelter.
Okay, so over the years you've purchased these housing and houses and things in other areas, and that's how you've done this?
Yeah, some of our properties are houses that we own, and some of them are apartment complexes.
Oh, wow.
And we have our affordable housing units, which is just a regular apartment below market rate. And so depending on which property that is, we do own, and we do also lease some of the other ones.
And how old is this organization?
This coming up year, we're actually hitting our 30th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's very exciting to get a big milestone.
So it's been a while. Who started this?
Jim Miller is the founder, and he's still the acting executive director as well. So he plans on retiring at the end of this year. So it's going to be a big 30th bash.
Yeah.
And we're all going to miss him, but I'm sure he'll volunteer all the time too.
Yeah.
And it's important to think that it started with one unit, and now we house over 1,000 people on any given night because of.
So it was just some guy who wanted to get something and help people out, and that's how it started.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, again, the way you can help and also have some great barbecue, believe me, is coming up this weekend. Now, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The actual competition is Saturday.
And Sunday.
And Sunday.
We're making it a double competition this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's the same thing over, they're competing on Saturday and a completely new competition on Sunday too.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay. I'll only be there on Saturday, so
yes.
I can't do 2 days. Now, Friday night, they can go in, and usually the teams are setting up, but will they be able to sample on Friday night as well?
Not all the teams will be available for sampling, but a good chunk of them will be there for sampling. And so we have that, and we have beer, and we have tacos and corn. So we have other things to eat as well.
All right, and it's a great event. You can go online to rpwbarbecue.com if you forget that. It's called Ribs, Pigs, and Watermelon Barbecue Competition. Just, you know, if you do a search on that, you'll find it very easily. You get all that information. $10 for a 3-day pass, $5 for kids, 8 to 12. And then while you're there, you can buy food and drink prices. It's varying depending if you want, you know, a single ticket, or you can buy a ticket package, depending what you want. But it's a lot of good barbecue and a lot of good fun. I want to thank you both.
Thank
for
you.
being here today.
Appreciate
we appreciate it, and I'll probably see you on Saturday. All
Good.
right.
Yeah.
And if you come there, look for me. I'll be sequestered for a while. But after there, I'll be around. All right, we'll be right back. So on Sunday, is it the full